Welcome to Inside SAU Athletics. I'm Ray Shovlain.
And I'm Lily Reed. On this week's episode, we're previewing the men's basketball season.
As head coach, Ray Shovlain starts his 41st season on the bench leading St. Ambrose. The Fighting Bees are eager to improve. Although SAU struggled to just 5 wins a year ago, they ended the season on a high note. On senior day, the Bees knocked off Indiana South Bend, one of the top teams in the conference. Looking ahead, the Bees return plenty of experience. Multiple stars and key contributors are back for Shovlain's group. The Bees opened their season on November 1st with an exhibition game at Division I Bradley University. SAU hung around but fell short 74-61.
Joining us now is senior forward Nathan Moeller. Thanks for being here with us today.
Of course, thank you for having me.
You came up short, but talk about the experience of traveling to Division I opponent like Bradley.
I mean, yeah, it's always an amazing experience getting to play D1 players. I mean, being an NAI player, it really puts into perspective just kind of the scope of skill that some of these players have. They're all, 6'5", taller, super athletic, and just having a chance to kind of compete against guys that have that much skill, that much strength, that much athleticism, it kind of puts into perspective the rest of the season. And if we're going to be battling against these kind of guys, I mean, what's to say we can't beat anybody else?
Yeah, so you guys returned a lot of a talent from last season. How will your experience playing together help this season?
Yeah, I mean, we also got a lot of new guys, so I think that the older guys definitely kind of need to shepherd them into how we want to play together, how we want to act together, how we need to talk to each other, how we have to work together. It's just going to be a big learning experience for us, and this year more than ever, I think that the older guys definitely got to step up to really help teach the younger guys, and if we're capable of really doing that and all figuring out how to play together, then we can be really good.
And when you look through your roster, what do you like about this group?
I mean, I just see a lot of talented guys, a lot of guys willing to make sacrifices to put everything on the floor. I mean, our roster right now, there's not anybody I'm not going to trust with the shot. I mean, if somebody's open, I'm trusting them with the shot. I mean, I think that every single one of our players is capable of having like a 20-point game night, and I think that is the key to us being so good, because even if our 5 starters end up having a bad game, I think our next 6 guys can step up and they can just fill in the spot and we can still beat the team that we're playing.
As an individual, what areas of your game have you been working on in the off season?
I mean, I've been working a lot on my post work. I mean, last year especially, I kind of like to just stay out of the 3. Every time I'd roll, I'd like to pop out to the 3 and shoot it. And I still want to chuck up a couple of 3s, but now more than ever, I mean, put my heart on the line, put my body on the line. I definitely want to get into the post, body some people up, and try and score in the paint for sure.
Thank you for being here with us today. Coming up next, Jorge will sit down with the senior forward Evan Walsh. We'll be right back.
Tune in to KALA and hear something different. Programming that celebrates the diversity of our listeners. We're advocates for the arts, showcasing your favorite music from around the world. We're storytellers, producing award-winning news and educational podcasts. We're dedicated sports fans, bringing you the latest Fighting Bee action from St. Ambrose University. We're a learning lab, mentoring the next generation of broadcasters and content creators. A part of your community for 5 decades. We're KALA Radio, 88.5 FM and 106.1 FM. Turn it on and turn it up.
Joining us now is senior forward Evan Walsh. Thanks for being with us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Well, the team struggled last season, but what do you believe are the keys to improving this season?
This season, I think the keys to improving would be just coming in every day, working hard, and just making sacrifices for each other, and just having an attitude to just keep going no matter what happens in the games or practice.
What's been the focus for your preseason work?
For my preseason work, I've been mostly focusing on getting my shot right, working on the gun, and then also getting my handles right and finishing as well.
And this team?
This team, I feel like we've been focusing on getting the plays right, going up and down, implementing the presses and the different plays that we need to do on offense.
We'll talk to Coach Ray next segment. Tell us about him, what you like about his coaching style.
What I like about Coach Ray's coaching style is that he's not afraid to get on guys and let them know what areas they need to improve on. He's also very encouraging at times as well.
All right, coming up next, Lily will sit down with head coach Ray Shovlain. We'll be right back.
It's been a great basketball season for both teams. For Coach Ray Shovlain, it's been a season when 6 years of hard work is finally paying off.
Ray Shovlain has the look of a competitor, but the St. Ambrose men's coach doesn't just look the part. The B-Boss has been a competitor since he was a youngster.
My parents really instilled in me, as far as some of the attributes, especially my father and mother have, is a persistence and hard work ethic that you have to do. Obviously you have to stay after things. It's, you have to continue to work hard when you have some setbacks and some adversity, and you've got to learn from those mistakes and mature along the way.
After lettering 4 years here at St. Ambrose and setting assist marks that still stand, Shovlain took his degree in accounting and got a job at Bandag. But Shovlain was missing something. But
it wasn't the sense of accomplishment that I think that basketball and coaching and teaching rewards you. Not to say that the dollars involved equate out the same, but I think the satisfaction obviously does.
After serving as an assistant coach for 3 seasons, he was named head coach in 1983. He faced a massive rebuilding job. It's safe to call Shovlain Mr. Fix-It. His 6th season at St. Ambrose has been his most successful. The Fighting Bees' 24-7 record is the best ever in school history. Shovlain's crew is also making its 3rd straight appearance in the District 15 championship game.
I was looking back, I don't think that's probably ever happened here at Ambrose in men's basketball. I think that speaks for itself. Before we were having a hard time making the playoffs. Now we've been in the district title game the last 3 seasons. Now last year we kind of knocked on the door, and hopefully this year we're able to knock it down. So hopefully the third year's a charm.
With his coaching record now at 88 and 86, his program is above 500 for the first time in his career. But don't expect Ray Shovlain to take it easy. He'll always be competing.
Joining us now is Ray Shovlain, head coach of the SAU men's basketball team. Thanks for being here with us today, Coach.
I really appreciate it, Lily.
Heading into your 41st season on the bench, does the anticipation of a new season ever get old?
No, it really doesn't, Lily. You know that. I'm a pretty competitive person, have been all my life. And I'm probably as excited about this season and the 41st one as I was the first one. We're going to have an outstanding team, outstanding season. It's really focused at in the areas that we need improvement from last year. The guys have just done a great job.
What was the focus in the preseason practices?
Well, I tell you what, we just need to go ahead and make sure everybody was comfortable with, our set plays, and we're very versatile this year, so we want to make sure we got guys that can post as well as shoot outside. The more versatile player you are in our program, the more effective you are as well. And I tell you, the guys really have to be commended. The returning players made significant improvements over last year's top to bottom. There wasn't one young man that did not go home and became a lot better from last year. But the combination there of the new players coming in with the returners really improving really gives us a lot of flexibility on who we can play. We really feel that we can play 10 or 12, 14, 15 guys in a game when the game's on the line that will have an impact. So that's really exciting.
And speaking of that returning talent, you return a lot of returning experience from a year ago. How does that help?
Well, I think it shows that it shows the new players coming in that the older players, when they it shows the sacrifices they're willing to make. We had a very off season last year. It was a very challenging year. Patrick Torrey passing away and going to heaven. Was really an impact on all our players and the coaching staff. I think about Patrick every day. The players do as well. We're going to really dedicate the season, our success this year, in his memory. Patrick is a really quality person. Came to work, came to practice, came to studies, and worked hard every day. Our players recognize that, and that's what we've seen in our preseason practices, and then against Bradley University last night. Outstanding job. We had a little nervous at the beginning of the game. We decided to spot them 13 points, which wasn't probably a good idea. But the score ended up 74-61. There's your 13 points right there. So our players battled throughout the entire rest of the game and played basically Bradley University from the Missouri Valley about even.
And what can fans expect to see from you guys on the court from this group?
Well, I think we're going to be up and down. They'll see a lot of new players. They're going to see a lot of returning players and maybe a little bit different roles. But I really got to commend and thank the players and the coaching staff. Coach Kiss and Coach Lee have done an outstanding job this year with practices as well as our scouting reports. Jim has done great. Lee has done great. For that standpoint, I really appreciate their efforts there. And they basically really direct sometimes the players when they have questions and whatnot. That one, they've handled those exceptionally well as well. So I mean, but no, we have high expectations. And I think the players have felt that from day one. It's a very fresh attitude this year. The new players we brought in are really fired up to be here, and that's what it's all about. God only blesses you with one day. That's why He calls it the present, and what you do with it, it's your gift back to Him. So I mean, a lot of our guys have really prepared themselves, and we're very pleased with that.
That's good to hear. Thanks for being here with us today, Coach. Good luck with the season.
I really appreciate it, Lily. Thanks for your support.
The Bees will open their season in the Trinity Christian Classic over the weekend. They'll open the season in Palos Heights, Illinois on Friday against East West University. On Saturday, they'll play Moody Bible Institute.
That's all we have for you on this edition of Inside SAU Athletics.
Remember to check out the SAU TV and Facebook and Instagram pages for the latest episodes, game highlights, interviews, and more. You will also find them on The Hive at SAUthebuzz.com. Thanks for watching.